Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are on cookie recipe number 4 of 5, and I'm going to see how much I can fit into this video. I try to keep my videos under 10 minutes. Not a lot of people want to watch like a 30-minute video, and the quality is a little better the shorter the video, so I'm going to squeeze in what I can. As always, both recipes will be in the bottom in the description. So today we're going to be making 2 cheesecakes and my brown butter chocolate chip cookies, but I'm going to be making them with M&Ms rather than chocolate chips because 'tis the season. So to start, I've got 4 blocks of cream cheese, just kind of getting to room temperature. That's a quicker way of doing it rather than just taking them out and plopping them on the counter with the cardboard. Put them in a bowl. It'll happen faster. I'm going to finish cleaning up my kitchen a little bit because, as usual, it's a little messy. And we're going to start browning our butter and get started on those cookies. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give it a like and leave a comment. If you have a suggestion, a recipe that I should do in the future. We're 4 of 5, so I've got 1 left before the 25th of December. Of course, it's my challenge I created myself. 5 recipes before the 25th of December, and, well, he's enjoying them too. So, alright, so without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we've got a medium saucepan here. And I'm going to take my 2 sticks of butter and we're going to start browning our butter. Now you could absolutely skip this step and just use your room temperature butter and your cookies would still turn out great. But I find this adds kind of an extra caramely taste to it that's really, really good. So I'm going to get these in the pan and we're going to start out on kind of a medium, not quite a high, but like a medium-ish. And you're going to kind of keep close to it, you know. You can go do other things in your kitchen, but don't walk away too far. And basically, you're going to stir this every once in a while until it starts to bubble up, and then you're going to stir it faster for a few minutes until you get like a golden copper color.
So when your butter really quiets down, the bubbling sound, it's when you know it's close to kind of foaming. And when it starts to foam here for a second, you can really see the color start to change. And that's when you want to start stirring a lot, because you don't want it to burn on the bottom. And at this point, you can turn off the heat and just stir for about like another minute or 2, and then put it in the refrigerator to cool.
One more last look. You see there how it's that dark amber color? All right, let's let that cool in the fridge a little while. Okay, so we've got our 4 blocks of cream cheese softened to room temperature. You could probably do it in the microwave, but I always find the consistency is better if you just let it do its thing. And then we're going to put in 3/4 cup of sugar, and then I'm going to grab my mixer, my hand mixer, and we're going to work this until it's light and fluffy and all the sugar is combined.
And as you can see, the really cool thing about this recipe is there's no water bath, and you don't have to use a springform pan. These graham cracker crusts work just fine, and you want to evenly put the mixture in both tins.
You're going to open the oven. As you can see, no water bath required. It just sat in there, and they're doing great. Now, I am low on time because we're headed to a party. So I'm going to let these sit here for like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to put them in the fridge and get started on my cookies. Otherwise, you would let them cool in here for an hour and then put them in the fridge. Alright, so it is almost time for us to head to a holiday party, but I want to kind of wrap up this video. So our cheesecake has been in the oven for, let's see, at 450 for 10 minutes and 200 for 45. Now the oven's off, and we're going to open up the oven and let these sit for 1 hour in the oven. The recipe states 3, but I've gotten by with just 1. And I'm going to be adding some pie filling on the top anyway. So even if I bring them out a little bit earlier, and it might crack a little bit, doesn't matter because I'm going to be putting pie filling. So just so you know, under normal circumstances, you want to just open it, leave them alone for at least an hour, put them in the fridge. All right, let's get started on our cookies. All right, let's get started on our on our cookies. So I've got my 2 1/4 cups flour in here with salt and my baking soda. And then here I've got my brown sugar. In this recipe for my chocolate chip cookies, the original is some granulated sugar and brown sugar. But I really much prefer brown sugar, so that's what I'm going to be using. And 2 eggs. I add a little tiny bit of cinnamon, of course vanilla, and let me show you how our brown sugar turned out. Da-da-da! It took about 2 hours to cool in the fridge. You could certainly put it in the freezer to cool down a little faster, but there's what it looks like. All right, so I'm missing a clip. I don't know where it went, but what I did was I poured the bag of M&Ms in here, and with my impeccably clean hands, I pushed it into the dough to make sure it was all incorporated, and then I rolled them into cute little balls like that. If you look closely, you can see little flecks of that brown butter, and if you want to, you can add a tiny bit of some flaked sea salt on the top. That's really good too. But I'm going to leave them like they are and put them in the oven. And there you have it. I've got my cheesecakes over there and the M&M cookies. It ended up making 24 cookies in total. I'm going to package it all up, and it's all ready to go to my father-in-law's Christmas party. Alright, I'm going to get this all packed up. I want to thank you so much for watching my channel, taking the time to watch my video, like it, comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.